Good Tuesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. An East Wenatchee woman was acquitted Friday in a first-degree arson case for allegedly setting a house fire in 2019. The Wenatchee area unemployment rate fell almost 0.5% in April compared to 2022. Seasonal weather expected over the next few days before unseasonably hot temperatures arrive this weekend and next week. A 250-acre wildfire in the hills north of East Wenatchee led to a statewide fire mobilization and level 1 evacuation notices Saturday night. The fire was reported about 3:30 p.m. near the 2600 block of 10th Street Northeast, burning quickly in shrub and brush. It soon went to third alarm and level 1 notices were issued to homes north of 10th Street Northeast and Canyon Hills. The State Fire Marshal's office authorized a statewide mobilization at 9 p.m., sending fire assets from outside the Wenatchee Valley. Those efforts stopped the fire with no loss of life or structures. It was declared controlled and no longer a threat by 3:30 p.m. on Sunday. An Omak woman and a child were injured Saturday in a rollover crash near Tonasket. The Washington State Patrol says 37-year-old Kelly M. Hill was driving north on Highway 97 about 5 miles south of town when her 2002 Chrysler PT Cruiser glanced off the right-hand guardrail. The car rolled across the southbound lane and came to rest on its top near milepost 310. Hill was transported by aircraft to Central Washington Hospital for treatment of injuries. Her 6-year-old passenger was treated at North Valley Hospital in Tonasket. The cause of that crash is still under investigation. A toppled semi-truck on Interstate 90 near George turned eastbound traffic into a stop-and-go situation this morning. No one was injured in the rollover near exit 149, but the overturned semi carrying a heavy load partially blocked one eastbound lane. Tow operators had to be summoned to clear the vehicle off the highway, leading to further intermittent closures. The cause of the accident remains under investigation. An East Wenatchee woman was acquitted on Friday in a first-degree arson case for allegedly setting a house fire in 2019. The Douglas County jury deliberated for just under 3 hours on Friday before finding 52-year-old Cora L. Herbert not guilty of starting a fire in her upper-story bedroom in the 2700 block of Westview Drive and then leaving the home while her disabled roommate was still in the building. No one was injured. Herbert later told police she had no memory of the incident and was in the midst of a mental health crisis at the time involving misuse of alcohol and medication. The charge of first-degree arson required prosecutors to prove she set the fire intentionally and maliciously. The body of a second climber killed in a February avalanche on Kolchuk Peak has been recovered. Sheriff's deputies say a member of the Chelan County Mountain Rescue Team was hiking Monday in the area of Kolchuk Glacier when he came upon the body of 60-year-old Jeannie Lee of Queens, New York. She was one of the 3 people killed on February 19th while climbing a popular route on Kolchuk. The team member hiked to the top of the glacier and called in the discovery to Rivercom. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office dispatched a helicopter to aid in recovering Lee's body. Another victim, 54-year-old Xiang Cho of Connecticut, was found dead 4 days after the landslide. The body of the final victim, 66-year-old Yoon Park of New Jersey, is still unrecovered. When we come back, 3 men in a pickup truck stole a dog from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society on Thursday, but the pup named Harvey was returned to the Animal Welfare Agency 1 day later. The Wenatchee area unemployment rate fell almost 0.5% in April compared to 2022. The Wenatchee High School sports medicine team competed in the national competition this month. We'll tell you how they fared. And middle school students from Warden and Moses Lake joined staff from the Columbia Basin Conservation District for an outdoor class experience earlier this month. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
It's Click It RV's lowest price guarantee sale going on now at your neighborhood Click It RV.
Be a winner like me. and get to click it RV.
With 0 down and no payments till September, now is the time to own your dream RV.
Get to click it RV now. Are you gonna be mad, bro?
Get never before deep discounts on trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and motorhomes. Plus the best selection, highest trade-in values ever, and a lifetime warranty. Nobody beats the discounts at Click It RV.
I'm Richard Sherman, and we guarantee it.
On Frontage Road.
Hi everybody, Dan Kuntz alongside Jesse Coble from Alpine Air. We're switching from the cold of winter to the heat of summer. That can put a lot of stress in your HVAC unit.
Yeah, it really can, Dan. I would recommend that you get a maintenance. It can catch any potential problems that you might have during the peak of summer. And it's just a good idea to do on all season changes.
Great idea, good advice. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. Thanks, Jesse.
Thank you.
3 men in a pickup truck stole a dog from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society on Thursday, but the pup named Harvey was returned to the Animal Welfare Agency 1 day later. Humane Society officers say the suspects took the 2-year-old boxer bulldog mix during a pre-adoption visit to the office. It's located at 1474 South Wenatchee Avenue. They drove away with the dog in a single cab pickup about 4:48 p.m. The Humane Society put out word of the theft, and Harvey was returned to the shelter late Friday. Director James Pumphrey says that's a good thing since Harvey is a special needs animal who is currently receiving medication. No word yet on whether anyone would be arrested or charged in that dog napping. The Wenatchee area unemployment rate fell almost 0.5% in April compared to 2022, and the area added more non-farm jobs. According to the State Employment Security Department, Wenatchee's unemployment rate fell from 4.7% in April of 2022 to 4.1% last month. The 4.1% unemployment rate this April is the lowest reading for April since unemployment data began to be recorded electronically in 1990. Meanwhile, the area added 1,100 more non-farm jobs than in April of 2022, a 2.3% increase. The Wenatchee High School sports medicine team competed in the national competition earlier this month. The team's stellar performance at the state competition qualified them for nationals under the leadership of first-year instructor Jody Roberts. At state, Wenatchee High School placed third overall out of 55 teams and was awarded the second-place trophy for overall team grade point average, with 5 students placing within the top 20. Roberts took over the program after longtime instructor Dale Blair retired in June of 2022. The awards for the national competition will be announced this Friday, June 2nd, by the American Academic Competition Institute. Middle school students from Warden and Moses Lake joined staff from the Columbia Basin Conservation District for an outdoor class experience earlier this month. The program was put together by the North Central Educational Service District and the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife. The program, called STEAM in the Field, teaches students about how climate change affects different species and how their habitats and how humans can help. This year, the Desert Unit of the Columbia Basin Wildlife Area played host to a variety of stations where the kids learned about soil infiltration, designed their own dams and habitats, built bird nests of grass, sticks, and mud. And this is the 3rd year of the program that began in 2021. Coming up next in tonight's feature story, children's book author and illustrator Matthew Swanson and Robbi Behr dropped into Columbia Elementary School in Wenatchee last week as part of their nationwide tour. Seasonal weather expected over the next few days before we see unseasonably hot temperatures by this weekend and next week. I'll have all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Pool and Spa, located on South Wenatchee Ave, has the largest selection of spas and swim spas in town. Stay cool this summer in an artesian swim spa and use it all year long. We enjoy helping families reconnect one spa at a time. Hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis pain. Our passion is water, so please bring us a water sample, and we will help you diagnose your pool or spa water for free. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, your pool and spa experts.
The Lake Chelan Rotary Club invites you to experience Cycle Chelan, held June 24th, 2023. Pick your thrill from 4 rides: the Metric Century Challenge, Cycle Divino, the Lake Loop, or the Butte Blast. All profits from Cycle Chelan are used to support student scholarships and other charitable activities of the Lake Chelan Rotary Club. Cycle Chelan 2023, a route for every rider. Pick your thrill today.
Hey there folks, Blueberry Carrie here to invite you on out to experience Blueberry Hills. Of course, the food is fabulous, like our cheese splints, our famous French dip, our legendary Eggs Benedict, and unforgettable burgers. But we're more than just great food. People come from all over the world to experience what's been called one of the best destination restaurants in the Pacific Northwest. So come on out and see what all the fuss is about. Blueberry Hills in Manson. It's where the world is coming to.
Children's book author and illustrator Matthew Swanson and Robbi Behr dropped in to Columbia Elementary School in Wenatchee last week. Their nationwide tour involves their whole family on a converted school bus visiting Title I schools where the proportion of students in low-income households is higher than average. The Columbia visit was their only stop in all of Washington State. Teacher librarian Roxana Venata arranged the visit through the educational nonprofit First Book. In tonight's feature story, NCWLIFE News caught up with her to talk about the project.
I had heard about firstbook.org, and it's an organization that works with Title I schools. And throughout, way before COVID, I had requested books from them to pass out to students, and also they provide grants for books as well. And I saw that email come through about a bus tour, and I thought, well, why not? Let's do it. So I applied, and about 6 months later, I got the email that we were chosen for Washington. So that was pretty exciting.
So we are here on the busload of books tour.
We are, and that means that we and our family have spent the last 9 months traveling all over the country in a great big squiggle. We've driven about 24,000 miles so far. We have visited 49 of the 50 states. And friends, we have visited one elementary school in every state in the country, which means that Columbia Elementary School is the only school we are visiting in the whole magnificent state of Washington. So give yourselves a huge round of applause.
Having, a classroom library and seeing what it does for students as far as self-selection, I thought that was a really awesome opportunity to know the author and illustrator and give that world connection, community connection to students. And I thought that would be awesome. Let's do it. We always have students come to you and tell you that they're writing a book, or even just writing stories and illustrating that. And I think that's a really good opportunity for them to see themselves in the future if that's what they choose to do. They wanted to highlight students' needs. Some Title I schools don't have librarians. Some Title I schools don't have libraries, which is scary. Some Title I schools don't have books. And so for them to be out there and make that known to just, the United States is a big deal. Today's project, it really took 2 years to happen. And so to get the notice, a year and a half ago and finally be the last school to be visited, that was a long time waiting to have them pull up. This morning was unreal. I'm like, you guys are real. So it was really cool to watch that happen, and the kids were so excited to see the bus parked, and you know, they saw them on the screen and they're like, they're real people, they're here.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Boy, I hope your Memorial Day long weekend was a good one. Really no complaints weather-wise. Yesterday, beautiful into those mid-80s. Another nice one out there today, too. Not quite that warm, though. We did see some breezier conditions, but lots of clear skies over the Wenatchee Valley as we look down from the Wenatchee Heights at the valley, and not a bad day at all. We've been above normal for so many days. It seemed cool today, but we were still above where we should be. And talking about above where we should be, here is our 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. Starts on June 6th, and here we are, above normal temperatures. So when we get hot this weekend, it's going to stick around with precipitation over that time period, about normal for most of Washington state, and maybe even a little bit above in parts of the west. We'll talk more about heat here in a second. Today, 79 degrees our high. It was a nice one out there. 75 is our normal high for this time of year. Our record, 103 degrees, set back in 1986. Nice start to our day this morning, too, at 59 degrees, 7 degrees above where we should be at 52 for this time of year. Record low, 42, and that was set in 1984. We did pick up, boy, a gully washer on Saturday afternoon, at least at my house in East Wenatchee. It had to have rained between a ½ inch and an inch in only about a 20 to 25 minute period. The airport caught some of that, so that did get us up to 2.84 inches for the year, but we're still almost an inch behind where we should be for this time of year. Sunrise 5:09 this morning, and the sun sets tonight at 8:48. All right, let's get you in now to your Wednesday forecast. Another cool day compared to what we've seen, but still slightly above normal. Almost 80 for Moses Lake and Ephrata. 78 the high tomorrow in Quincy. 77 for Wenatchee, also up in Chelan. Cashmere and Leavenworth in those mid-70s, about 76 for high temperature for you folks in Cashmere tomorrow. We're going to put up with some wind, though, and I'll show you why in a second. Tonight, mostly clear skies, a little bit breezy, low pressure to our northeast, and we have high pressure still out in the Pacific, and those two causing some windy conditions right here in central and parts of western Washington, and that is going to continue into Wednesday, too. Sunny and windy. We will see highs tomorrow, as we've mentioned, mainly in the mid to upper 70s, and then things start to improve as we get you later in the week. Temperatures nice, though, as I mentioned tomorrow. Thursday's weather, mostly sunny, less wind for Thursday. We will warm up a little bit, too, with high temperatures in those upper 70s for midweek. Getting you into the end of the week, even warmer as we get into Friday. Sunny skies, boy, high pressure in control. Low pressure trying to really sink that high pressure to our south, but it will intensify. Highs in the lower 80s on Friday. A beautiful day for Eastmont's graduation for Friday. And then for Saturday, sunny skies and warmer. This is where the warm-up really begins. We will see highs in the mid to upper 80s on Saturday, and that goes for a wide swath of central and eastern Washington. On Sunday, here we go. Sunny skies and warmer. We're talking highs by the end of the weekend in the low 90s. And wait till we get you to Monday, even warmer than that. High pressure all the way up into British Columbia. We will see hot conditions, possibly record highs, with high temperatures throughout our viewing area in the low to mid 90s. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. 50 tonight. So much cooler overnight tonight. 77 with some wind on Wednesday. Mostly sunny on both Thursday and Friday. 78 Thursday. 82 our high on Friday. And then the heat is on. Sunny skies on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. 87 Saturday, 91 Sunday, and 94 the high temperature on Monday. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
have no idea what I'm doing. That's why we need you. We need people to run cameras so I can get back down on the broadcast and talk about what's going on. We pay $75 per event. If it's sports, if it's a parade, if it's Apple Blossom, if it's a Super Oval, $75. If that sounds like some extra good money for you, we'd love you to be part of our team. All you have to do is email me, sports@ncwlife.com. sports@ncwlife.com. In the meantime, I gotta go figure out this camera. After taking 2 of 3 from Pittsburgh, the Mariners were roughed up by Aaron Judge and the Yankees on Memorial Day. 10-4 the final. Bryce Miller was greeted rudely by the Bronx Bombers as the defending American League MVP went deep twice and robbed Teoscar Hernandez of a home run.
Drilled deep to left field. That ball is off the pole. A home run. A laser to left field. A 2-run shot by Judge. And the Yankees lead 3-1.
.116, almost 117 miles an hour off the bat.
High drive, left field. Going back, Kelnick on the track at the wall, leaps. That ball is gone. Another home run for Judge. A solo shot. Yankees lead 9-4.
I think Judge is still looking. Did he catch that ball? No, he didn't catch it. It's over the fence. Almost the exact same spot that Judge hit that double off the wall.
High fly ball, deep right. Backing up Judge. He's on the track. He's at the wall. He leaps. And he makes the play. Oh, what a night for Aaron Judge. Took a home run away from Teoscar Hernandez.
Bryce Miller had his worst outing since coming up to the majors, allowing 8 runs on 11 hits and 4 1/3. Manager Scott Service says, well, that's going to happen occasionally.
Yeah, Bryce Miller has been so good for us, and tonight obviously he didn't have his A game, so to speak, and against a fastball hitting team like that, you need to have the A game going. But Bryce, again, locating the fastball was a little bit of an issue, and just didn't have the same life on the fastball that we've seen him have since he's been in the big leagues. Tried to make an adjustment, tried to get into some more off-speed pitches, get his slider going, curveball going. It just was a rough night for him. That's going to happen once in a while. Uncharacteristic stuff, but again, that's the league. It's a really good league, and one of the best players in the league is over there on their team. So it happens. You got to, you learn from it, you grow, you make some adjustments, and you get after it next time out.
Seattle and New York will go at it again tonight, 6:40 on Root Sports Northwest. Well, the Mariners fall to 6.5 games back of first place Texas as we check the American League West standings. Houston remains in second, followed by the Angels in third. In yesterday's action, Nathan Eovaldi and 3 relievers combined on a 5-hit shutout as Texas blanked Detroit 5-0. Corey Seager hit a 3-run home run for the Rangers. Ryan Jeffers' 2-run home run in the top of the 10th was the difference as Minnesota topped the Astros in Houston 7-5. The Twins win came despite a grand slam home run from Jose Altuve. Ryan Noda's 3-run home run helped Oakland snap an 11-game losing streak as the A's beat Atlanta 7-2. Brandon Drury and Matt Tice each hit back-to-back home runs with 2 outs in the first inning, and the Angels went on to beat the White Sox in Chicago by a final of 6-4. Well, the spring sports season came to an end over the weekend with various state championships for Washington high schools. We'll start with baseball. The Brewster baseball team came back and took third at the state 2B tournament in Ephrata after losing a heartbreaker in the semifinals and extra innings to Tri-Cities Prep. The Bears took down 2 to Lake 5-2 to bring home third place. It was a one-day affair for Eastmont and Moses Lake at the state 4A softball tournament in the Tri-Cities. After losing their opening games, the Wildcats and Mavericks met in a loser-out game with Eastmont coming out on top 5-1. Wildcats were then bounced from the tournament by Bothell 10-0. Following a resounding win in its opening game of the state 1A softball tournament, Kashmir lost twice on Friday to be eliminated. Bulldogs fell to eventual champion Montecito 13-3 and then to Riverside 13-6. Okanagan finished 4th at the State 2B softball tournament in Yakima following a first-round win Friday. The Bulldogs fell to Forks Saturday morning, 12-1, then bounced back for a 10-1 win over Northwest Christian. Okanagan lost its battle for 3rd and 4th to Okasta, 6-3 the final there. Now, Myra Cooley Heartline softball team also took 4th in the 1B tournament. After falling in its opener to DeSales, the Warriors came back by winning its next 2 over Darrington and Sunnyside Christian to get into the trophy round. Mossy Rock came out on top in that battle for 3rd and 4th. 17-12 was the final in that one. Well, here's a look at the state champions in baseball and softball from the weekend. Lightning and downpours changed the finals in Yakima and Ephrata. The 1B baseball title game between Mount Vernon Christian and Nacelle was moved to Rec Park Saturday night, while the 2B title between Tri-Cities Prep and Adna was moved to Yakima. Final 2 games of the 1A softball tournament were moved to Sunday because of inclement weather. When it was all said and done, the West Side dominated, winning 10 of 12 state championships. Well, speaking of state titles, tennis championships settled over the weekend in Seattle, Yakima, and Tri-Cities. Manson's girls doubles team of Koth and Torgerson placed second in the 1B, 2B division. Chelan's girls doubles team of Grossberg and Cowan were second in the 1A competition. Top 10 make that the top place singles player for North Central Washington was Okanagan's Liberty Linklater, who placed 3rd in the 1B, 2B division. We'll take a look at the larger schools track and field competition at Mount Tahoma High School. Moses Lake's Ty Rimple took 2nd in the boys 400-meter run. Ephrata's Joshua Green took 2nd in the 200-meter dash. The Tiger boys won the state title in the 4x400-meter relay. Wenatchee girls took 4th in that category. For the smaller schools, congratulations to state champions. Waterville Mansfield's Abraham Diaz in shot put. Okanagan's Sydney Sparks in triple jump, and Cashmere's Levi McPherson first in the 110-meter hurdles, edging teammate Caden Miller. Other champions from North Central Washington and Yakima were Oroville's Anthony Wright in the 100-meter dash, Okanagan's Alina Lafferty in the 100-meter dash, Okanagan's Afton Wood in the 400-meter dash, and Cashmere's Caden Miller in the 300-meter hurdles. Oroville's Anthony Wright also is state champion in the 200-meter dash. Joining him on the top of the podium were Okanagan's Elena Lafferty in the 200-meter dash, who narrowly beat teammate Afton Wood. If you want more on the results, head to our website at NCWLIFE.com. Just click on sports. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.
Hi, everybody. Dan Coons, host of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We're going to wrap up the month of May tomorrow with your weather forecast, your latest sports, all the latest news, and we got some great guests lined up for you this week and into next week. We'll talk about the Aniat Makers Market, which kicks off this weekend at Kiwanis Park in Aniat. Also, we'll revisit our good friends at Confluence Health. Going to talk about your ticker a little bit later on this week as well. Great guests and lots of good stuff. We hope. No guarantees, but on the other hand, the show is free, so what do you want? Wake Up Wenatchee Valley tomorrow morning.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us and have a great night.
I want to invite you to watch Network TV. I interview different guests in technology, entrepreneurship, business, education, and nonprofit. It's a bit of a variety show, and you never know who you're going to meet or learn about on Network TV. Tune in weekly to the NCW Life channel.